Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Laura for those of you that do not know, and today I'm going to be recreating a makeup look that Josephine Langford wore at an event this past week for after promo, and I was just like super drawn to this eye look. I'll post up a picture on the screen here. And I thought, why not try and recreate it? So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm also going to be listening and reading some of you guys' fan theories about the movie that's coming out. So I thought that would be like a fun way to also be able to talk to you guys while I'm doing my makeup. So that's what we're doing today. I asked you guys to send those to me on Twitter and Instagram. So if you're not following me on my Twitter and Instagram, that's where I always ask you guys for like video help. So make sure you're following me. But for this look, I found this palette that I have. It's the Kris Jenner Kylie Cosmetics palette, I guess. And it has a lot of colors that I think really complement the makeup look that Josephine's wearing. So I think this is gonna be like what we're working with for the most part today. But I'm just gonna get started. I haven't tried the look out yet. I haven't done anything. We're just gonna kind of go for it. So let's see how it goes. I already went ahead and moisturized my face and my lips. And I'm just gonna pop some concealer on my eyelids, and we're gonna start with the eyes because that's obviously like the base of this look. It's like super cool. I feel like a lot of people have had mixed opinions about Josephine's makeup for a lot of the promo dates. She's been wearing kind of a lot of like dark vampy looks, which I personally really like. And if you look at like nice like HD pictures of her, the makeup actually looks super stunning. I think it's sometimes with like weird lighting, it just kind of looks like she has two black eyes. But if you're looking at like a real high quality picture of her, her makeup looks amazing. So that's what we're gonna be trying to recreate. I guess we'll see. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of start. I'm gonna be going back and forth from you guys' guesses and assumptions about the film and then the pictures that I can follow. But the first one that people are saying is they think that Tessa will first meet Hardin at the cafe instead of at the dorm, which I actually think is a pretty good theory. If you pay pretty close attention to the trailer and stuff, when Tessa and her mom and Noah first get to the school, they walk into the dorm room and it doesn't really seem like anyone's there besides Steph. So I was kind of curious because like they're walking in very like, hi, like I'm Tessa, like very warm. Carol doesn't look too like shook or anything, which obviously in the book when they walk in, Carol is like immediately mortified because all of these people with like tattoos and facial piercings are like posted up in Tessa's room. So I think that nobody is there. I think that part of the assumption is probably right. In regards to when she meets Hardin, I think the coffee shop would be a pretty ideal place for them to meet. I mean, obviously we've seen the scene of them kind of looking at each other in the coffee shop. There's like Tessa sitting at a table by herself, and then like Hardin, Zed, Molly, like the whole crew basically, all standing there. So that could be the first time they met. I mean, they're kind of looking at each other like they've met before, in my opinion. So I'm not sure what the whole story is. I think it's a definite possibility though that they could meet at the coffee shop, but they also could meet in class maybe, I don't know, in passing, something like that. I don't really know. It's kind of open-ended, I guess. Oh, this is a good one because it kind of ties into something else that's been going on lately. Somebody said they don't think that Hardin is gonna swear as much in the film, which I think is a very valid point considering we just found out that the film is going to be PG-13, at least in the US, which was kind of shocking to me. The reason for that being that it just seemed like Anna was so like positive about the fact that it would be rated R. There was a few different video clips of her kind of going around of her saying like, I don't know how it could be anything but R. And I guess Jennifer Gibbet said that the people that watched the little preview of the movie, or kind of like watched the first cut, I guess is what it would be, to kind of decide a rating, all thought there was too much like sex scenes in it, and they kind of decided to cut it down. But Anna also said that like they kept all the same scenes, so I don't really understand. I'm a little bit confused about it, to be honest. But I don't know, I feel like PG-13, we shouldn't like all freak out about it, because it's like we've seen all the trailers, we've seen little sneak peek clips, we've seen the acting, like it all seems good to me. So I'm not gonna get caught up on the fact that it is rated PG-13 and not R, We could always get an R rating for future films as well. I feel like everybody's kind of assuming that being rated PG-13 means that it's going to be super dulled down and it's not going to be like the real story, which, you know, could be true. But I do think that PG-13, there definitely is a lot of wiggle room, and you can still have like a vastly intimate and really well done love story in PG-13. That might just be my opinion, but I've seen a lot of PG-13 movies that do deal with a lot of heavy subject matter, romance, sex scenes, like stuff like that. So I don't think it's the end of the world, and I think we'll all realize that when we go and see the movie. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see how it is and like compare it to what it could have been maybe if it was rated R, but I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited to see it either way, obviously. So somebody said, I think the ending scene is gonna be at the lake and Tessa is walking away and says, my life before him was so simple and now it's just after, while bitter love plays. That honestly sounds so like perfect, honestly. Like I would personally like love something like that. Regarding how the movie ends, I guess we're really just gonna have to wait and see on that, because Anna obviously has said that it is a bit different. I mean, it has to be different if it's not ending the same way that the first book ends. So I think either way we're gonna be a little bit shocked or surprised or like not 100% sure what the ending is going into it, but I'm excited for something new and to see kind of what they're doing with it. I mean, this whole movie, everything can't be the exact same as the book. So I think when it comes down to it, like I'm just excited to see our characters that we love in this film and a pretty decent like representation of who they are and their story. It doesn't have to be exactly the same for me to like it. It doesn't have to be the same scenes. Everything doesn't have to necessarily happen the same exact way, but I would like for it to be true to the characters and how they act and how they are. That's my biggest like concern. It's not really a concern, but my biggest hope for the films is that they'll definitely show who the characters are and be honest in that regard. And I'm excited to see the film. Obviously we've seen Anna talk about like woman empowerment and how that's going to play a bigger role in the movie and stuff like that, and I think that kind of thing is important. Diversity, empowerment, things like that that maybe were kind of glazed over in the book that we didn't really see a lot because Anna didn't realize how important it was at the time, and now she has, which is the important part. So I don't know, I'm just excited to see how they've changed it up. I bet it'll be good changes. Like I'm excited to see what they are. So I don't think we have anything to worry about too much. Okay, so far what I'm noticing with this makeup look, she has way more eyebrow room than me. I think she just has like a different eye shape than me, so it's kind of throwing me off. I'm kind of trying to erase some of that because she definitely has like a pale brow bone like right here. So let's kind of flush that out a little bit more. It's also a little more orange, so we're gonna have to go in with that as well. But so far, I feel like my makeup, when I'm doing like an intense look like this, doesn't look finished until like the absolute end. So just stay with me, stick with me. I promise it'll turn out. So this is what we have so far. I know it looks muddy and not cute, but trust me, okay? We'll get there. Someone has a theory that sadly there won't be a scene when Hardin comes into Tessa's room and throws her notes around and pushes her against the wall. I don't think they're gonna do that, or have Hardin confronting Tessa's mom scenes, which I think those are more so in like the second book. But okay, that's an interesting one. I'm not sure if we've really heard anything about that scene, like if it's happening, if it's not happening. So I'm also curious to see. I do personally really like that scene. There is a still of Hardin from, I think, the French trailer where he's sort of like sitting in a windowsill, and it almost looks as if he's sitting in Tessa's room like waiting for her. So a lot of people have speculated that that is the scene where he throws the notes, but again, we could really never know. So I'm interested to know as well. I really like that scene, so I would like for it to be included, but again, doesn't particularly matter. Okay, I'm going in right now with like a purpley color. Not gonna lie, this color has a lot of fallout. You can like see in my face. What's going on, Kylie? Usually your formula isn't like this. I'm just like cleaning up under my cheeks and cleaning up the sides of it. Hers is kind of like at an angle in a way. So I'm just kind of cleaning up a tiny bit, but I'm gonna go back in and kind of angle it a bit more to match her eye shape. Obviously, it's gonna look a little different on me because our eye shapes are different, but okay. Good enough for now. Obviously, I'm gonna put face makeup on, so it doesn't matter too much, but okay. This look is definitely intricate with a lot of different layers, but we're kind of getting there. I don't know. I feel like I need more purple on the lid. I think I'm gonna use some of this. Again with the fallout, I'll fix it after. This Stila little thingy, it has like a glittery consistency. It's like a wet glitter kind of. I'm gonna take some of this out and see if it will help kind of add some glitter to the middle of the eye. It kind of looks like the middle is like really reflective on her. I think I'm gonna start doing the eyeliner and then I'm gonna go back to the eyeshadow. Sometimes with eyeshadow, I like to kind of move around and then go back to it just so I can kind of get a better, fresh perspective on how it's going. So let's just do liner. I'm gonna do just like a small amount of liner on the top, just a little bit. And then she does have liner underneath her eyes and also in her waterline, which I personally never do, but we're doing it for Joe today. Also, again with the pulling of the eyes, I don't know what it is, but it's just like, I have to do it. Like I can't not pull at my eyes when I'm doing eyeshadow or when I'm doing eyeliner. It's just like, it doesn't work like that. Sorry if you like can't see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of cleaning up around the eye a bit more before I do liner on the bottom. So then again, in the waterline and underneath. And I'm gonna use just like a small little brush to kind of, like a pencil brush to blend that out. So this is kind of what we're working with right now. Hers just has like a glittery something to it, like a different element that I'm not picking up on. I'm just gonna attempt to kind of fix the shadow and adjust it to look more like hers, but just bear with me. So I'm putting on mascara just to kind of see if it's comparable at all. I'm starting to kind of doubt myself, honestly, but I kind of just want to finish out the look, see how it comes out in the end. Somebody said they don't think that Tessa and Zed will really have any connection until the rest of the series, and that in movie 1 it's not really gonna seem like he's that into her, which is an interesting theory. I've heard a few people talk about. I feel like they want to spend as much as possible of movie 1 just trying to like show the relationship between Hardin and Tessa, that they might like skip out on adding like a subplot of like Zed being super interested in her too, just for the sake of time. So I agree. I also think that could definitely be a possibility for the film. I'm excited to see Samuel Larson in the movie though, no matter what the context is. So I think it'll be interesting, to say the least, to see kind of what he brings to the movie. So this is how it's looking with the concealer on. I don't know, there's still something missing for me within the look, like next to each other. I think it's like pretty close, but I think it's really just her eye shape that's throwing me off, because she has so much more of like a brow bone than I do, it seems like. So mine's a lot higher than hers, but I do think it looks like kind of similar. Am I delusional? I don't know. You guys are gonna have to tell me if it looks kind of similar. But I'm just gonna put foundation on and powder, and then I'll show you guys the cheeks and the lips, and I'll do my brows and stuff like that. Kind of going back to some of you guys' theories, a lot of people are saying they think that Steph will appear as being like more malicious from the start, or like it'll seem like she's had an ill intent from the start, so we won't be as shocked when the big reveal of her being like super fake comes out, which I think is an interesting theory, but I'm not sure I believe it, just because all of the like, oh, my earring, hi. I'm just gonna take the other one out too. I just feel like it seemed like she kind of acts like a good friend towards her, like from what we've seen. So I don't know, just part of me doesn't want to believe that that's how they're planning on doing it, but I definitely think it's a possibility. They could be changing anything. Personally, I'm hoping that they leave Steph as being like the one who's fake the whole time, and they make Molly a little bit less fake and a little more redeemable of a character. I think a lot of people are hoping for that, honestly. Josephine's brows are like a little more sparser than how I usually do them. Sparser, is that a word? So I'm just gonna kind of do just pencil. Usually I do powder too, but I think they look fine, like just like that. Honestly, the more and more I'm looking at the makeup, the more it does kind of feel inspired, and it's kind of matching hers a little. I don't know. I feel like it's always like after I do my face makeup that it finally starts to look okay to me. So you guys are just gonna have to let me know, because I honestly, I can't tell. Okay, and then for the rest of the look, she just has like a super soft pink cheek. So I'm gonna use this Kylie blush. It's just like a light pink. And put that on a little bit. It doesn't really look like she's wearing any super intense highlighter. It kind of looks like she's wearing a light kind of white toned one. So I'll pop on a tiny bit of that. Yeah, this blush seems pretty fitting for this eye look. You don't want to overwhelm the face with anything crazy if you're already doing super bold eyes. Highlight, let's just use a little bit of, please be the right one. Yeah, Moonstone. If you guys want, I can put all of the products down below that I've used. I always forget to do that when I do videos like this. So let me know if you want to know. I'm kind of bad at telling you guys what I'm using. She also has a bit of highlight in her like inner corner, so I'm definitely gonna accentuate that a little bit. Just using the same one I used on my face. Popping it right here. Okay. And then for lips, it really just looks like she's wearing a gloss, so I'm gonna go to my go-to, which is my Fenty Gloss Bomb. This one is in Fussy, but I like all of them. I just put that on. This one matches hers pretty well. So I guess this is the makeup look. Honestly, I think it came out good. I don't usually wear super dark like this. You guys know I'm more of a like colored makeup person than like a dark vampy look, but I think this looks pretty good. I don't know, hold on. You guys are gonna have to tell me what you think down below, but this is the finished makeup. Let me take my hair down so you guys can get like a full picture look, I guess. Okay, so this is the makeup. This is how it turned out. You're gonna have to let me know, do you think it looks like Josephine's, or do you think it just looks like not Josephine's? Down below. I tried my best. I don't know, I think it's pretty close. Fingers crossed it's pretty close. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was entertaining to watch. If you want me to try to recreate more makeup looks in the future, even though I don't think I'm the best at it, let me know. I'll be down to do it. But other than that, make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not already. Make sure to leave me a comment letting me know what you thought about this video though. But I will see you guys very soon for a new one. Bye!